The words Cleveland has waited decades to hear finally escaped Kevin Stefanski's lips on Monday afternoon, and the entire city stopped breathing. Shedeur Sanders is the starting quarterback. Not as a fill-in, not as a temporary replacement, the man, the guy, QB1. And just like that, the franchise that has cycled through 42 starting quarterbacks since 1999 might have finally found the one they've been praying for. The phone lines at sports radio stations across Northeast Ohio lit up like Christmas morning. Social media exploded with videos of fans screaming at their televisions. Grown men who swore they'd never let this franchise hurt them again were suddenly buying Shedeur Sanders jerseys in bulk. But here's what makes this announcement so stunning, so completely and utterly unprecedented in the Kevin Stefanski era. Dillon Gabriel cleared concussion protocol. He was available. He was ready. And Stefanski looked him dead in the eyes and said no. He chose Shedeur. He chose the 5th-round pick over the 3rd-round pick. He chose the guy who started the season 4th on the depth chart over the guy the organization hand-selected to be their future. That doesn't just happen in the NFL. That's a seismic shift. That's the front office admitting they might have gotten it wrong the first time. The moment that changed everything happened inside Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Shedeur Sanders took the field for his first career start and proceeded to do something no Browns quarterback had done since 1995. He won. Not just survived. Won. The final score read 24-10 over the Raiders, but the numbers only tell part of the story. Shedeur completed 11 of 20 passes for 209 yards with a touchdown and an interception. Respectable stats. Nothing earth-shattering, but what he did on 3rd and 8 in the first quarter sent shockwaves through the NFL scouting community and made Myles Garrett's jaw literally drop on the sideline. The Raiders came with an all-out blitz, every defender flying towards Shedeur like heat-seeking missiles. Any normal rookie quarterback panics. Any normal rookie quarterback takes the sack. Any normal rookie quarterback folds under the pressure. Shedeur Sanders isn't any normal rookie quarterback. He escaped the collapsing pocket, rolled to his right and uncorked a 52-yard bomb to rookie receiver Isaiah Bond that set up a touchdown. The throw was impossible. The degree of difficulty was off the charts. Garrett stood on the sideline with his mouth open, stunned. He later told reporters, "There aren't many guys in the league who can make that throw." The storyline gets even crazier when you understand what Shedeur endured to get here. This is a man who was once considered the top quarterback prospect in the entire 2025 draft class. Scouts raved about his accuracy. Analysts praised his poise. Mel Kiper ranked him QB1. And then draft night arrived and team after team passed on him. Round 1 came and went. Round 2 disappeared. Round 3 evaporated. Round 4 vanished. Finally, in the 5th round with pick number 144, the Cleveland Browns traded up to grab him. The fall was unprecedented. The disrespect was palpable, and Sanders remembered every single team that passed. But landing in Cleveland wasn't the end of his struggles. It was the beginning of something far worse. The Browns already had Joe Flacco on the roster. They had Kenny Pickett. They had Dillon Gabriel. Shedeur arrived as the 4th quarterback on a team that barely needed one. He spent training camp watching from the sidelines. He spent the preseason getting scraps. He spent the first 5 weeks of the regular season as the emergency quarterback, inactive on game days, watching from the press box in street clothes. The Browns traded Pickett to the Raiders. They shipped Flacco to the Bengals. And still, Gabriel remained the starter while Shedeur waited. Here's where the conspiracy theories start to make sense. Kevin Stefanski admitted something after Shedeur's disastrous debut against the Ravens that made fans lose their minds. Sanders had never taken a single first-team rep all season. Not one, zero. The Browns drafted a quarterback they believed had franchise potential, and then refused to let him practice with the starting offense. How does that happen? How does an organization prepare for an NFL season, knowing both their quarterbacks are rookies and fail to give both of them adequate preparation? When Gabriel went down with a concussion against Baltimore, Shedeur was thrown into a game against one of the best defenses in football, having never thrown a pass to Jerry Jeudy in practice. He admitted after the game that his first completion to his number 1 receiver was literally the first time he'd thrown him the ball all year. The Ravens' game was brutal, historically brutal. Shedeur completed just 4 of 16 passes for 47 yards with an interception and 2 sacks. His passer rating of 13.5 was the lowest debut by any quarterback with 15 or more attempts since Brandon Whedon's infamous 2012 opener. His 25% completion rate tied Hall of Famer Terry Bradshaw for third worst since 1970, but unlike Whedon or Bradshaw, both of whom received full starter reps before their debuts, Shedeur was operating blind. He didn't know the timing. He didn't know the routes. He didn't know how his receivers like to catch the ball. He was set up to fail. And yet somehow, someway, 1 week later, he proved everyone wrong. The Las Vegas game changed the narrative entirely. With actual practice reps under his belt, with a game plan tailored to his strengths, with the opportunity to build chemistry with his teammates for the first time all season, Shedeur looked like a different quarterback. He pushed the ball downfield with confidence. He delivered strikes in tight windows. He escaped pressure and made plays with his legs. His 66-yard touchdown pass to Dillon Sampson in the fourth quarter wasn't just his first NFL touchdown. It was a statement, a message to every doubter, a warning to every team that passed on him. The fan reaction has been nothing short of extraordinary. When word spread that Shedeur would make his first start, Brown supporters made pilgrimages to Las Vegas like they were heading to a holy site. Fans who had given up on the season suddenly found reason to believe again. The Vegas Dog Pound showed up in force, turning Allegiant Stadium into a home game. People wore number 12 jerseys. They chanted his name. They filmed themselves crying tears of joy when the final whistle blew. One fan told reporters he'd followed Shedeur since his days at Jackson State and flew across the country just to witness history. Deion Sanders watched from Mark Davis's owner's box. The Hall of Famer sat in the stadium of the opposing team, invited by the Raiders owner himself, cheering for his son to succeed. After the game, father and son embraced in the tunnel. Deion later called the moment unbelievable. How many times has the dad of the opposing quarterback sat in the owner's box of the other team? Never. That's how special this situation is. That's how much gravity surrounds Shedeur Sanders. The depth chart released this week confirmed what everyone already knew. For the first time all season, Shedeur Sanders appeared at the top. QB1, not Dillon Gabriel, not some veteran rental. Shedeur. The move signals a fundamental shift in how the Browns view their future. Gabriel started 5 games and went 1-4 with uninspiring numbers. His QBR ranked 31st out of 32 qualifying passers. He showed flashes but never commanded the offense the way Cleveland needed. Shedeur stepped in and immediately provided something the Browns haven't had in years: hope. The matchup this Sunday against the San Francisco 49ers will reveal everything. The Raiders were one of the worst teams in football. The 49ers are playoff contenders with a record of 7-4 and a defense that can expose weaknesses. This isn't a pillow fight. This is a statement game. If Shedeur survives San Francisco, if he competes against a legitimate opponent, if he shows the same poise and playmaking ability he flashed in Vegas, the conversation changes completely. He won't just be a surprising success story. He'll be the franchise quarterback Cleveland has desperately searched for since 1999. Kevin Stefanski's job might depend on what happens next. The head coach faced heavy criticism for how he handled Shedeur's development. Fans accused him of sabotaging the rookie. Analysts questioned why the backup never received first-team reps. Former players spoke out against the organization's preparation methods. By naming Shedeur the starter, Stefanski is betting his future on a 5th-round pick who has started exactly 1 NFL game. If it works, he's a genius who saw something nobody else did. If it fails, the pitchforks come out. Shedeur Sanders doesn't care about any of that. He told reporters after the Las Vegas win that a lot of people want to see him fail, and it isn't going to happen. The confidence is real. The swagger is authentic. The chip on his shoulder from falling to the 5th round fuels everything he does. He's not here to be a placeholder. He's not here to keep the seat warm for someone else. He's here to prove that 31 teams made the biggest mistake of their lives. Cleveland erupted when Stefanski made the announcement. Sports bars filled with fans toasting to the future. Group chats exploded with celebration. The franchise that has broken hearts for generations might finally have something worth believing in. And at the center of it all stands a 23-year-old rookie who refused to let anyone write his story for him. Shedeur Sanders is QB1. The wait is over. The era has begun. Cleveland will never be the same.